Welcome back. If you're here for day 2, that means you made it through day 1. Now, here comes the part that no one warned you about: the mental chaos, the cravings, the irrational thoughts, that voice in your head screaming to just go back one more time. Let's talk about it. Let's get through it together. Once again, I'm Rob and I'm in recovery from a gambling addiction. I made my last bet November the 12th of 2022. Today I'm going to be talking all about the urges and cravings that I was feeling during my gambling addiction. And this series is built to help you navigate the first 7 days after you stop gambling. It will get easier, we just have to take things one day at a time. So let's dive into day 2. Cravings aren't weakness. They are a result of real changes in your brain chemistry. You spent weeks, months, probably even years wiring your brain to expect a dopamine hit from gambling. Now, your brain is panicking. It's telling you, we need that hit. We need that rush. It's not your fault that it feels this. It's intense, but it is your job to learn how to deal with it. Cravings come in waves. They build, they peak, and they fade away. What feels unbearable now will not feel the same in an hour, or maybe even 5 minutes from now. I remember the first time that I felt a really strong urge this stint of recovery that I'm on now. It was February of 2023, I believe. It was the Eagles playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But I was having a Super Bowl party at my house, and it was like all of my friends were there. Everyone was talking about the bets that they had, the Super Bowl like squares that they were doing, that kind of stuff. I was a couple months away from gambling at this point. It wasn't, day 2 at this point for me, but it still felt like really intense. Like I felt left out of the conversation. I felt the temptation to go and place a bet just so that I could feel part of the group almost. But that again was my brain trying to trick me into going back to the very thing that I knew was destroying me. And I'm going to be talking all today about ways that you can reduce these urges, ways that you can handle them when they do arise. And the thing that really helped me that day was the delay method. I actually told myself, okay, I'll gamble today, but I'm going to do it 5 minutes from now. Then 5 minutes would go by and I'd say, I'll do it 10 minutes from now. And then slowly but surely, the urge began to fade away, and I was more interested in the buffalo chicken dip that my girlfriend made. Delaying sounds like a stupid idea, but it's all about just letting the urge subside before you take any actions that you know deep down are going to be bad for you. Of course, more techniques to come as we progress through this video. So it's day 2. Have you noticed the thoughts coming in? You messed up your finances. Gambling's the only way out of this. You've already done so much damage. Might as well keep going, right? These are not your thoughts. These are addiction thoughts driven by withdrawal and fear. You are not broken. You are healing. Healing doesn't feel peaceful in the beginning, and it doesn't always feel peaceful at the end either. It feels noisy, loud, and uncomfortable. But you're not powerless. You can interrupt this pattern. I promise you. There's a big difference between white-knuckling your way through cravings and actively managing them. White-knuckling looks like pacing around your room, scrolling social media, and basically just trying not to scream. But managing looks like getting up and going for a walk, calling a friend, journaling what you're doing push-ups even though they suck and I need to do more, playing a game on your phone that isn't gambling related, listening to music, breathing. You don't need to be perfect. You just need something that interrupts the spiral. And if the urge hits hard, you don't have to beat it for a whole day. Just beat it for 5 minutes. Delay, delay, delay until it goes away. Now let's try something together right now. And I need this more than you know. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. You should go ahead and do that a couple more times. But what you've done is you've slowed down your nervous system. Your brain just got the message, we're not in danger. We're actually okay. You can do this anytime the cravings hit. No one has to know that you're doing it, but it really does work. And if you're curious why it works, you have to think about what is gambling giving you from an evolutionary perspective. This intense hit of dopamine is actually tricking your brain into thinking that it needs it to survive. Because back however many years ago, dopamine hits would signal us to go hunting, that we needed to get up and do something and get that craving satisfied. Now our dopamine hits are pressing a slot machine button or putting in a sports bet. Not life and death here, people. So we need to get our brains to stop thinking that gambling means survival. We need to slow down. Today, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, Create a distraction list. Write down 10 things that you can do instead of gambling to get your mind off it while you process those urges. And 2, create a 5-minute survival routine. This is your emergency response plan for cravings. It could be those deep breaths, it could be more journaling, it could be going to the gym, whatever it is for you. I remember that when I first quit gambling, I was doing a lot of hot yoga. Crazy, I guess, as it sounds, but essentially anytime that I would have a very strong urge, I would try to do some physical activity. I was sweating a lot, but at the end of the day, it was an hour and a half of time where I was kind of separating from the thoughts, slowing down, focusing on breathing, because if I didn't, I was gonna pass out from the extreme heat that we were in. The truth is, we need to do something to actively take our mind off of these cravings, and whatever that might be for you. It could be going and playing pickleball, it could be journaling, it could be going and talking to a friend, it could be going out for a meal with your family. It's just to get your mind actively off of the craving. You've got this. These urges that you're feeling are unfortunately normal, but I promise, as you continue to stack days up, as you continue to build up your toolbox, it will get easier. Day 2 is a fight, but it's a fight that you can win. Cravings are loud, but they're not forever, I promise you. Tomorrow, we're gonna be talking about guilt, shame, and how to stop drowning in it. But for now, just breathe. You're doing something incredibly hard, and you're still here. You've still survived 100% of your hardest days. You're still here. That's what matters most. Let's keep moving forward, one day at a time.